Ready to break down another division. I know it's start of the NBA season today, so I'm going to try to get through these within the next week. But right now, we will break down the Southwest Division. Um, for first, I have San Antonio Spurs. I know that they're aging, but they are still a very good team. Tony Parker, he'll be good as always. Danny Green really showed he can step up last year in the playoffs. Kawhi Leonard, I think what he showed in the playoffs, he's ready to take on a bigger role this year, and I think he'll do very good on this team. Then they have, of course, Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili. Both are going to be solid. Manu's fading a little bit faster than Tim Duncan, but you know they're still veteran good players that know how to win games. I'm wondering if Tiago Splitter can be good at the center position, or if he'll just be kind of a filler until they find someone. I know they have a lot of confidence in him, but I haven't seen it from him yet. Second, I have a little bit of a surprise pick. New Orleans Pelicans, I have taken second. I really think there's going to be 4 teams from this division that will make the playoffs, and New Orleans is going to be one of them. They have a very stacked roster from number 1 to number 7, so I think they're going to be very good this year. And of course, leading them is Jrue Holiday with the addition from the 76ers. He's a very excellent point guard. I think he'll be able to lead this team, and he'll do a great job of it. Eric Gordon, I want to see him stay motivated. He seems to have lacked motivation playing for this team the last couple of years, but I think now that they look playoff ready, he'll maybe get into a little bit more. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he can really live up to his potential. They also have Tyreek Evans. I'm wondering if he'll fit in, but he is a very solid player. Ryan Anderson and Anthony Davis are a great combo down low. One's very offensive, one's very defensive, and it works great for your big men. Then their sixth man is Al-Farouq Aminu, and he does a little bit of everything, and he's a really underrated player, but he's very good. Third, I have the Houston Rockets. They obviously, with the addition of Dwight Howard, think that they can win a championship. I don't think they're there yet. I think Dwight Howard is a little bit too egotistical and doesn't gel with his teammates as well as people think he may. I know that they're going to start Omer Asik at power forward, and Dwight has said he doesn't like playing with another big man in the lineup, and so I'm wondering how that'll work out. But James Harden will be excellent like he was last year, and that's definitely a plus going for Houston. And this is definitely a playoff team, don't get me wrong. I just think they're not as good as people think they will be. And then they have Jeremy Lin and Chandler Parsons rounding out their starting lineup. It seems like that's a good kind of combo there. Looks like they have a solid starting 5, but I am worried about the ability of Jeremy Lin, because it seems like he won't start the first game of the year. Obviously, he'll get the most playing minutes, I believe, but it looks like he's going to split time with Patrick Beverley, and I'm wondering if Lin has the confidence of his coaches behind him, or if there's a problem that we're not seeing. He did play solid last year, so I'm wondering how he'll do this year and how the Rockets will gel, but I just don't think they're quite there yet. Fourth, I have the Memphis Grizzlies, and like I said, I still think the Grizzlies are going to make the playoffs, but I just don't think they're as good as the other teams in this division. It is a very, very good division. The Grizzlies, I think they need some sort of scoring threat. They looked static last year in the playoffs, and Mike Conley could be that scoring threat, but they really have to utilize him, run some plays to get him open rather than say, hey, Mike Conley, do your thing. And that's not how Conley works, and that's not how the Grizzlies should work. They also have Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol down low, and they've been a great duo for years. They both work hard. Gasol was Defensive Player of the Year, and they really epitomize what Memphis is all about. Hard-working, defensive team, and Tony Allen goes along right in that equation. So this is a very defensive-based team. They're not going to score a lot of points. They're not going to be a very exciting team, I don't think, but they are very good defensively, and that's going to win them some games. Their other rounding out the starting lineup is Quincy Pondexter at small forward. That's probably their weak link in their starting lineup, but they have a lot of depth to maybe mix things up. They have Mike Miller, Jared Bayless, Tayshaun Prince, Ed Davis. They have a very deep roster, and so I'm sure they'll mix things up throughout the season. But I just don't think they're as talented as the other three teams in this division. Rounding out this division, I have the Dallas Mavericks. I think Jose Calderon, he's going to be very good. He's going to surprise some people. He's a very good passing point guard, and he makes his free throws. And he's finally getting a chance to start, and I think he'll do well for the Mavericks. Monta Ellis is their shooting guard, and he says he wants to score more and he wants to pass less. And that's a little bit scary for opponents because he's always been known as a defensive player and a very good passer. And if he's going to start scoring, that could open up some lanes for Dallas. Of course, they have Dirk Nowitzki at power forward. His big question is if he can stay healthy, stay in the game, and not fade. Obviously, with his commercial, the Dallas Mavericks are excited for him. His commercial, I don't know if you guys saw it. It's the hump day, but it's game day. He's like, game day, it's game day. And then other than that, there's Sean Marion, and he does a little bit of everything. Samuel Dallenberg, he's very good defensively. And then I'm looking forward to seeing how Dejuan Blair kind of mixes in with that lineup. I think he'll fit with Dirk kind of as that six-man type coming in for Dallenberg occasionally. So I think they'll be okay. I just don't think that they're competitive enough to compete with the other teams in this division. That's it for the Southwest Division preview. I will I'll upload the other videos as quick as I can as soon as I make them. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my blog. You know the deal.